guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm doing a roundup of all of my makeup favorites. So about a month ago I posted a video doing my everyday makeup routine, and I told you guys that I wanted to do just a roundup of all of my makeup favorites for you guys, and a lot of the products that I'm mentioning today actually wasn't shown in my everyday makeup routine because it's products that I don't necessarily use every day. I use maybe if I want to go out, put a little bit extra on, or if there's an event and things like that. I believe I have 10 different products I want to share with you guys, and each type of product I usually have like a couple I switch back and forth between. But anyways, there's a lot of goodies that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and I really hope you enjoy this video. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so the first ones I wanted to share is Eyebrow Products. So just to share with you guys, I have tried a crap load of eyebrow products. I even have more here, actually, this big tube that I don't use. I've tried so many, it's so hard to find for me like the right kind. These are all drugstore brands actually, so I am going to start looking into more of the high-end brow products. A couple that I found from the drugstore that I like are the Billion Dollar Brows Color and Control Tinted Brow Gel, and then the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Boost and Set. So I either use one or the other, or I'll use both. It also just depends how my eyebrows are cooperating. I really like the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist for more like touch-ups and making it a little bit more sharp looking and cleaned up. And the Billion Dollar Brows Color and Control Tinted Brow Gel is really good for filling in your brows if you have any spots that don't have as much hair. And I just love using one or the other or both. They work really nice, but I am going to look for something that's, you know, a little bit better because I still kind of have trouble with my eyebrows. I'm not sure if it's just my eyebrows that just have lots of trouble, or I just really suck at applying it. But either way, I'm still gonna try out some more. But so far, out of the like tons I've tried, I really like these two. Okay, next one is a highlighter. So this one is the Billion Dollar Brows Brow Duo Pencil. So it's actually a concealer and a highlighter. I don't use the concealer part just because it's really dry for my skin, and my skin is already more on the dry side. But I love the highlighter. I'm wearing it right now actually, and it's beautiful. So I just usually reapply it throughout the day because, you know, I touch my eyes too much. So but I really like it. It does last long if you don't touch your eyes, which I need to stop doing that. And it's really easy to apply. It's creamy and it looks really pretty. It's not like sparkly or anything. It's just like a really nice brightening highlighting effect. So I do recommend this one for the highlighter portion. But if you have like more dry skin, the concealer is too drying. But if you have the opposite skin, if it's a little bit oily, this concealer may actually work really nicely for you. But love this one. Okay, and I think a lot of you guys know that I don't wear foundation, so I use either tinted moisturizers or BB creams, so something super duper light for my skin. I told you guys a while back and in a favorites video that I was using the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB cream. This is good for oily skin, and then I switched to the Radiant Tinted Moisturizer by Neutrogena, and I love these two, but I feel like the Neutrogena one is more hydrating and moisturizing, plus it's a tinted moisturizer. This also has SPF in it as well. I do really like both of these, but if I had to pick a favorite one, I definitely use the Neutrogena one so much more. Say you have oily skin, the CoverGirl one would be a really cool option. Now I don't have oily skin. If anything, I have dry skin, more on the dry side, in between dry. But I wanted to try the oily version just because whenever I wear any foundation or anything on my skin for coverage, my skin gets really oily, which is strange. So I tried to find one that can maybe combat the oiliness, and it does help a lot. Either way, I do switch back and forth between the two, but the Neutrogena one is my favorite. Okay, couple concealers I wanted to share with you guys that I switch back and forth between. So the first one, this one's really popular, the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, and then this is the L'Oreal True Match Concealer. So the Maybelline one here is very light, and it's more creamy, which is nice. So it's hydrating, but it's very light. It doesn't give like a really good coverage under your eyes, but the True Match one by L'Oreal definitely gives way more coverage compared to this one. I do like both, but the L'Oreal one is definitely my favorite. I use this one a lot more than the Maybelline one, but both are good. If you're looking for something lighter, the Maybelline one is really nice. If you want something with more coverage, average, I really like the L'Oreal True Match. And also most of these products I noticed that I'm sharing today are all drugstore because I don't like spending a lot on makeup products, if you guys could tell. So, but there are some high-end ones I'm going to show in just a bit. But between the two, the L'Oreal True Match is my favorite. Okay, so the next one is a bronzer, and I swear by this bronzer. I have been using it since I was 16 years old, and it is my favorite ever. It's the Too Faced chocolate medium deep matte bronzer. I am obsessed with this stuff. It is 100% not orangey looking at all. That was a huge problem with me and bronzers. I just feel like it looked really orangey. This is a really nice deep brown color, and it stays all day long. It smells like chocolate, which is amazing. I love chocolate, so I really recommend this one. They have it in different shades as well. If you were to try a bronzer, I really recommend this one. It's pricey, of course, it's $30, but honestly it lasts me an entire year, and I use it all the time, and I just love how it looks, and it's so easy to apply as well. So I want to share some eyeshadow palettes that I'm obsessed with. It's all by the same brand, so it's all by Urban Decay, and so I really like the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette for more of like those neutral, simple colors. They have just like a really good variety, and it's kind of like maybe a little bit geared more the colors towards for fall, and also just basic neutrals. I love this palette. And I just love Urban Decay Naked palettes in general. I feel like they make just like really good shades of eyeshadow. So I love the Ultimate Basics again for just the basic. And for something a little bit more seasonal, I love using also the Naked palette. So the Naked 2, I love using this for the fall and winter season because the colors are so deep, and some of them have like shimmer, and they just look really beautiful as well. So I love this one for like the fall and winter season because the tones are much deeper. And then the Naked 3 palette, I love this one more for the spring and summertime because it's all rosies, pinks, and it's just so pretty. A lot of shimmery tones as well. Surprisingly, for a girl that doesn't wear a lot of makeup, I surprisingly have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I highly recommend these, and also these make really nice Christmas gifts as well. I know it's kind of early to talk about Christmas, but this is one thing I like to give during the Christmas season is eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like the Naked collections, they have just like a really good assortment of eyeshadow colors. Let's talk about eyelashes. I get an insane amount of questions about my eyelashes. Are they real? Do I wear extensions? Like, what do I do? What mascara do I use? So these are my natural lashes. Just about, I would say a couple months ago, I started using eyelash serum, which has helped so much. I already had long lashes to begin with, but they started kind of falling out and becoming more thin, so I started using the lash serum, which helps like crazy. It also really helped make my eyelashes more curly, which is amazing. Also, I don't use an eyelash curler, haven't used one in forever. So the two mascaras that I use, and I switch back and forth between the two, so it's by L'Oreal. So the L'Oreal Voluminous Original one has been my fave since I was like 12 years old. And then this is a recent favorite, so this is the Voluminous Lash Paradise, and if I had to pick between the two, honestly the Lash Paradise is by far my favorite. It's what I'm wearing right now, and I just love the formula. I love the brush. The difference between the two, so the original one is more creamy, I feel like, and it doesn't make my eyelashes as curly as well, and it kind of flakes more, but it does give me a lot of thickness and volume, which is really nice. And then the Voluminous Lash Paradise, it doesn't flake. It's a little bit more stiff when you apply it, so when it dries, it's like pretty hard and like stiff, if that makes sense. This is more creamy. They're both like the L'Oreal Voluminous collection, but the Lash Paradise is my favorite. And these are both drugstore brands. Like I purchased a couple high-end mascaras in the past. While they are very nice and love them, I just really like these for a more affordable option, and they do the job perfectly as well. So I highly recommend these two. I'll either use one or the other, or sometimes I'll mix the two as well. Last thing I wanted to share with you guys, it is such a favorite of mine. This is the only really like makeup brush that I use besides anything for my eyes. It's the Artis Elite Oval 7 brush, I believe that this one is. You guys, you have to try it. It is the best makeup brush I have tried in my entire life. This is good for literally everything aside from concealer. Concealer, you need more of like a smaller brush, or you can just use your fingers. But honestly, with concealer, I still use this brush. It's just a little too big, but really good for applying your makeup, foundation, tinted moisturizer, CC BB creams. Really good for contouring your face, adding bronzer, highlighters, things like that. So I cannot recommend this enough. So if you are in the market for a new makeup brush, I highly recommend giving Artis brushes a try. They have an array of different types of brushes and specific brushes that are good for specific parts of your face. I just went with one of their best sellers that's good for like everything on your face aside from concealer. Anyways, if you're in the market for one, I highly recommend Artis brushes. Alright, so we made it to the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my makeup favorites. Again, everything is linked in the description box down below if you happen to be interested in anything. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Elana. I do videos about fashion and lifestyle 1 to 2 times a week, and occasionally I'll mix in beauty videos like these. And I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!